Okay, so in this video, I am going to share how to use the copper coils, also known as amplifiers and activators. Um, so I made these. It's a closed circuit, so it's closed here, it's closed here. It's in a spiral shape. It's a double helix, the exact same as our DNA within our body. So when I make these, I close the circuit and activate the vibration within it with intention, frequency, and vibration. Um, I am guided, and I make these intuitively. The first one that I ever made was channeled, and it's been I've been guided ever since. So it's me, but it's not me. It's a higher power that flows around me, through me, within this. So I'll show you with the pendulum. Where's my pendulum? I'll use my quartz as a pendulum. I've used it before, so just to show you, so I'll just hold it in. I'll just hold the bottom, and with my quartz, it'll show you I'm not actually moving my top hand. I'm keeping it still, and as you can see, it's going in circles to show us that there's an energy flow present around it, and as I'm keeping it there, it's making bigger circles, bigger circles, bigger circles. So you can use it, you can test it with your own. If you have a pendulum, just put it on a flat surface, or just hold it in like this, hold it with your hand like this, and put your pendulum on top, and you'll be able to see that you'll be able to see the energy. Just holding it as well, you can feel the energy. So what this does is it activates and amplifies any and all energy centers and energy points within our body and around it. So I always use our hand and as an example, so I'll show this in the video as well. So again, with just my quartz, I'll show you just the energy flowing through my palm, and then I'll use the coil. And I rarely touch the body. I rarely touch the skin with it. I like to keep like 1 or 2 inch between, because you don't need to have a skin contact with it, and you can actually feel it much more when you leave a space in between. And I felt it right away. I feel it within the coil, but I also feel it within my palm. And to show that there was actually something amplified, again with the quartz, I'm not moving my top hand. It's making much bigger circles than it did before, to show and confirm that there is an amplified energy is making giant circles. There is an amplified energy within my palm. So whether there's energy stuck somewhere, whether you want more energy to flow at a specific space, you don't need your body to be aching, you don't need discomfort. But if you feel any denser spots within your body, if you do have aches, I went automatically to my shoulder and to the neck area, because that's usually where we carry a lot of tension. So just leave it. I like to leave a good inch or 2 from my skin, and you'll start to feel the energy starts to flow. I always use an intention, and I always recommend using an intention. So when I use it, I put my intention within the energy of the coil to just bring flow, bring ease. And if you feel intuitively that you should be moving it like this. You can move it. So I use it for my own personal use, consumption. No, not consumption. I don't consume it, use. But I also use it for any energy healing that I do, whether it be in person or at a distance. I always use it to help and assist me in moving energy. And yeah, so you can always you can also use it to charge crystals. So I'll put it in my hand just so you can see. So it was made like this for two reasons. One, this sits nicely on a flat surface, and when you make it sit on a flat surface, you just put the crystal in it like this, and it'll charge it within seconds. You'll be able to feel the difference. But also the reason for the spiral is it pushes the energy up and around, and it acts like the torus. So it's a constant movement of energy. It's never destroyed. It's always going to be there. You don't need to put it in under the sun. You don't need to put it in a dark space. You can just literally leave it anywhere, and it's always going to do its job. I have my notes here, just want to make sure. So so it transforms and influences energy. Once in a while, if I use it on myself and I moved a lot of denser energies, or I just moved a lot of energy, or on another person as well, I will sage around it just to kind of purify it. But it purifies by itself, as the energy just keeps flowing. It's just my personal preference. You don't need to do that if you don't feel like it. So you can use it in the shower. I bring it in the shower as well. It really amplifies the water that's flowing on my body. Again, with an intention of just purifying or cleansing. I use it when I meditate, so I'll put it either on the chair between my legs or at my feet. It'll anchor my energy. You can put it under your bed, to always below the feet. If you put it when you sleep, if you put it on your night table around your head, you're going to be really agitated during the night. I speak from experiences. I have tried it many times just to see if it was actually that was influencing my sleep. So, but if you put it under your feet, or really just at the foot of the bed, it's going to ground you and you're going to have a much better sleep. So yeah, I hope I covered all the points. I like to leave it hanging just anywhere, so if my kids want to play around with it, they take it. When my son's, he'll just lay on the couch, pull up his shirt, and just put it specific places. My other son will take it and just kind of move it around like this on his body intuitively, where he feels he needs to flow the energy. So, and just having it in a room, it makes a difference. It grounds the energy and makes everything flow in harmony. So yeah, so that's for the Coil, Amplifier, and Activator. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to me, and I'll gladly answer all of them. I covered many different parts. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that it brings you as much as it does to me.